Hello and good evening and welcome to Budget Model Railways. Long time since I've done a tutorial Tuesday, which some of you might remember. So being as a Tuesday, and this is going to show you how to do something, this is back to our old tutorial Tuesday. So some of you know I'm looking at making a Japanese layout and looking at lots of photos online. A really distinctive thing I wanted to recreate was the paddy fields, the rice fields. And I had no idea how to do it. So this is my attempt. I'm sure there'll be other ways, and I'm sure people will probably know some better ways. But this was my way of doing it, which at the moment I'm quite pleased with. So it's quite interesting actually reading about these fields. They range literally from water with a few saplings when they're growing to quite high, complete fields. So I figured that trying to use static grass might work. I've got a Hobby King static grass applicator, so I thought I'd have a go at that. I would like to use that one day without giving myself a shock. I am a bit clumsy. I need to be a bit more careful. But static grass applicators are great. So the first thing I did was to paint a piece of cardboard brown, dark brown, to be the muddy soil, and I varnished it. So the first one was to try and do that, which was a complete field, which looks all right, but it's not the kind of distinctive rows of plants that you get in a paddy field. So the next thing I tried then was doing rows, which I'm quite pleased with, but I don't think the water showed through enough. So I tried cling film, which works quite well, glued on with clear glue, and this is runs of glue. So I've used an applicator, these sort of things, Metcalf ones, and this one came from one of those Scandinavian shops. Not IKEA, I don't know the name of it, Tiger, something like that. Anyway, they do a thin, long line. But I still wasn't quite pleased with the water effect. I'm just going to try and move my camera a bit. So I tried this, and you can actually there see it glinting through. There we go. That's much better. And what that is purely and simply a plastic bag. Glued on with clear glue, and then runs of PVA and static grass. And I'm quite pleased. Now, actually, the slightly bigger spacing, whilst that might not be prototypical to scale, I think works better than that one. Just gives a little bit more definition to the rows. So what I'll do when I do my paddy field is use a plastic bag on top of brown paint. I just use this. It was a Data Rowney acrylic that I got cheap, brown. That's a fraction of the cost of buying model paint. So it works really well for scenery. But I'm going to put them a little bit further apart like that. And then I might, in a different part of the layout, use the whole field. But I'll use a different colour because the crops all tend to be at the same stage at the same time. But some of the pictures I've found clearly show, I'm just going to move it like that, clearly show different crops growing. So I'll do that with a darker green colour to replicate it. And I'm quite looking forward to doing it. I've looked at the photos, there's all sorts of ditches and all sorts of things that's going to look good. But there we go. Should you need, and I imagine this is going to appeal obviously to the UK modelers, but should you need paddy fields, I guess for your Wargames board or your model railway, there you go. And there you go, that's a really good one. So that's what I'm trying to replicate is the water showing through, because obviously they grow in water, showing through what would be the plants. So that works, that shows you it quite well. You've got varnish, and then you can see then that the this works better still, the cling film, and then the plastic, there we go, really quite good. So they're going to work well, I think. I'm quite pleased with that for a day's efforts, and I can have paddy fields on my Japanese layout. There you go. Thank you for watching.